Okay guys, I've got a riddle for you. Why did the bullet lose his job?
Hey y'all, come look at this.
He got fired. Did you get it? Did you get it? Okay. I've got another one for you. Did you hear the rumor going round about butter? Never mind, I shouldn't be spreading it. Did you get it? Did you get it? Alright, let's get into the business of the day. Hi guys, my name is Ify and welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm going to be sharing with you a few tips, tricks, you can even call it hacks. These are the things that make life easier for me in my kitchen, in my home and everywhere. So I thought I'll share it with you because you guys are my absolute favorite human beings in the world. First hack I'm going to show you is how I make my frozen vegetables and they work every single time. So let's go there. So usually when I have lots of carrots and vegetables, even if they're not so much, but it just makes my life a lot easier in the kitchen and it lasts longer this way. So if you buy yourself a huge batch of vegetables, make sure you treat it this way and it will last and it's just so convenient to use. So once I have my carrots, I'll take my peeler and begin to peel the skin off the carrot just to make it cleaner and it will look a whole lot nicer. Okay, so once I'm done peeling my carrots, I'll show you the next step. So once you're done scraping your carrots and they all look nice and clean like this, we're going to head over to the sink to rinse them thoroughly. I mean my runner beans and my carrots. So next, in your clean water, you're going to add in your vegetables. I normally rinse them several times. So this is the first time I'm rinsing it, so I'll just give it a quick rinse. So I'm going to rinse it a second time because the water was dirty. You don't want the water dirty at all. You want the water to be clear and you know you've done a good job. So I'm going to keep rinsing until my water gets really clear. So at this point, I'm going to add some vinegar into the water and add my vegetables back. Because I just want to make sure my vegetables are nice and clean, every single thing, okay? And then one last time to get rid of, any vinegar taste or anything. So I rinsed this a total of 4 times to make sure everything is really clean. So now I know my vegetables are now clean. I'm going to start cutting them. So once you're done rinsing your vegetables, go ahead to cut them, okay? So I'm just going to cut it this way so that I can dice them nicely, all right? Okay, so now I'll begin to dice. Try as much as possible to maintain an equal and consistent dice. So this is what I'm talking about. Nice dice like this. It just makes everything look lovely. So I'm just going to go on to cut the rest of the carrots as well as the runner beans and I'll show you the next step. Okay, so there we have it. I am done with the runner beans. I have the carrot here already. It's a lot of work, but trust me, it saves you time and money in the long run. So just get it done. So once you're done cutting your vegetable, make sure your water is boiling because you need boiling water, and then off to the sink. So you're going to add some boiling water or oil, depends on the quantity of carrots or vegetables that you have. So that's boiling water. Add in your vegetable. So give it like 30 seconds, you know, in the hot boiling water. This will help you preserve the color, the taste, and the texture, especially when you freeze it. It will be perfect, okay? So once this is done, you can then sieve it. All right. And immediately, we're going to add this to very cold water. In this same water, I'm going to add in my runner beans. And while it is in here for another 30 seconds, I'm going to go ahead to pour in the carrot into this water. Now, this is called blanching. I am blanching my vegetables to let it last really long for me and also to maintain the color and texture, okay? So putting it in ice water will stop it from cooking any further, all right? Now, remember, I put in my runner beans into the same hot boiling water, okay? After about 30 seconds to a minute, I'm going to remove this from the hot water and I'll strain it off. Now, this same cold water, I'm going to strain it into my runner beans so that it also stops the cooking. I'm going to put the ice in. The water is very cold. It's very important. All right. And that's it. This is cold already. This is definitely, with all the ice in here, it has stopped the cooking. So I'm going to go ahead to strain it. So my vegetables are ready and they are cold from all the ice that I added into the water. The water was cold plus the ice. So now at this point, you can preserve this, you know, put it in a separate bag if you wish. Put it in a separate bag too if you wish. But I'm going to combine both of them because this is what I want. So anytime I need it, I'm just going to take it out. So in the Ziploc bag, make sure there's no water, you know, strain off all the water and then add your carrot to your bag. I'm also going to add in my runner beans. So I'm going to combine it because, yeah, the carrot is more than the runner beans, I know, but it's fine. You can do it 50-50 or whatever vegetable you like more, make it more. So this is exactly how I want it. Oh, I should have mixed it together actually. I'm not going to go ahead to mix it. It's perfect, okay? Then you go ahead and store this in your freezer. It's going to last, so far you have good power supply, it's going to last you for as long as 6 months. Just put it in your freezer. Each time you need it, bring it out and use it. Now, to make it last longer, you can, you know, make sure there's no air in your Ziploc bag. Make sure you take out as much air as you can, all right? And then seal it. Now look at this. Anyone will think you bought this from the store, but no, you made it yourself. And I know what you're thinking. All the vegetables are gone from pouring it into the hot water and rinsing it and yada yada. No, the nutrients are not gone. They are still intact. Blanching, which is what we did, hot water and cold water, it preserved the color, the taste, and the texture. So when you bring that from your freezer and put it into your food, oh yes, before I forget, make sure you use it from frozen. Do not thaw. Bring it out, use it from frozen, put it into whatever you want to cook and take it back. Don't thaw these vegetables or it will become soggy. Cook straight from the freezer. I think I even have some in my freezer. Let me just show you what the one I have looks like, okay? So this is going straight into my freezer and I'm going to use it for as long as I like. So this is the one I already have in my freezer. which I've been using for a while. Look at this. You see how this is? Each time I need some frozen vegetables, I just go into my freezer, take some, and keep the rest back. And I've had this one for about 3 weeks now. It never really lasts because I cook a lot with vegetables. All right, so this is what it'll look like. And then you can add green peas, you can add sweet corn, you can add whatever vegetable you want to make it your mixed vegetable. All right, so feel free to add everything or anything you want. All right, it's going to really last and it's very convenient. So to preserve some of my food ingredients, these are the little tips and tricks that I do. You know, if you leave your rice for too long, you could see weevils or some ants or bugs. Now, this is what I do, and it will last forever. You will not see any insect, especially if you're not storing your rice in your fridge or freezer. Like I do, I store this in my pantry and it stays long. So I'm just going to take bay leaf. This always works, okay? Take a few leaves, bay leaves like this. You know, you can dig it inside. Just dip it, and some cloves, okay? No, it will not take the taste of cloves or anything. No, it won't. And it's going to keep insects away. Do you understand? So you can bring it out, bury it deep inside your rice, put it on top. No ants or weevils or anything will infest this rice. You can do it for bigger bags of rice, to your buckets of rice, you know, whatever. Just put the cloves inside and your bay leaf and you won't see any insect at all. Try it and let me know. Not only does it work for rice, you also try it for your pasta, okay? So once you put your pasta in your jar or container like this, go ahead and add in your cloves. Maybe 5 to 10 cloves, 4, it depends on the quantity. Also add in your bay leaf. The aroma of the bay leaves and cloves will keep all insects away. It always works. So just put it in there. And it will last you. Not only that, for your flour. Now, I always put my flour in my freezer and it stays till forever. No, it does not get wet. But if you don't have space in your freezer to store your flour, this is all-purpose flour, the type of flour you use for baking and yeah, for baking or for adding in your stir fries or stuff. Go ahead and add in cloves again, like this, and some bay leaves. So bay leaf is not just for cooking or for making bay leaf tea. Use it to protect your food ingredients, all right? Protect them from ants, weevils, or bugs, any undesirable elements. Okay, so put it in there. Shake, 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 shake. Oops. And it will stay. Yeah. For your sugar as well, if you want to keep ants, bugs, anything away, okay? Put some cloves. This is, I'm telling you, all purpose. I hope I got that right. So put it in there. Put a stick of cinnamon. Cover it. And keep it away. No ants, no insect, nothing. All your food items will be well protected. It works for beans too, okay? But I like to put all my things in the freezer. But when there is no space in my freezer anymore, then I put my bay leaf and my cloves, and it keeps away the insects and the bugs. Try it, it works every single time. So these are some of the tips and tricks that I use, okay? Another tip I want to share with you is how I store some of my ingredients that I use for my native dishes like soups, native rice, native pasta, you know, just this kind of things like dry fish, stockfish head or stockfish body, whatever it is, your crayfish, your ogbono, even egusi, okay? What I usually do is to store them in my freezer. So what I do is to get a Ziploc bag and I store these things in my freezer. Believe it or not, and it will last forever. And no, it does not freeze. No insects, no bugs, no ants, nothing. It will stay fresh for the next 1 year. My freezer, people used to tease me that they can find human beings in my freezer. I tell you, because I store everything there. I cannot allow anything waste though in this day and age. So just put your stockfish head, your stockfish body, whatever it is you have. your dry fish, your crayfish, anything. And it will be so fresh. So those of you abroad, when you get packages from Nigeria, just throw it into your freezer. Your kitchen will not be smelling like, I don't know. Just stay there, it will not freeze at all, like I said earlier. Pour in your ogbono, egusi, even your spices and herbs from home, anything. You see this ogbono, it can last me for the next 1 or 2 years. No molds, no ants, nothing. Perfect. So these things go into my freezer and they're good. Try it and you see the difference. Now, did you know that if you have some salt and it is moist, I don't know, maybe from wherever you've kept it, heat, everything, and you know how moist your salt can get, instead of trashing it, one tip that always works is to get rice, your normal raw rice, okay, and add some of this rice into the salt container like this. Make sure you shake it so that the rice goes in everywhere. Okay, the rice. This raw rice that we've put in will absorb all that moisture and will keep your salt nice and normal. It will not be wet or moist anymore. So this is one tip and trick that I always use, and I think you should start using it today. So I have a few of my aromatics or spices or herbs that I store in my fridge, and it helps me keep these things really, really fresh and no clumping or no, you know, all those caking things. Never. Now, some of these things are my garlic powder, my onion powder. I always store it in the fridge because I do not want anything to cake it. It's so annoying when you want to use your garlic and instead of pouring it freely like this, it will start caking. It's really annoying. So to prevent that, I always store this in my fridge, my garlic powder, my onion powder. I also store my yeast. Okay, so when I buy my yeast, I pour it into my jar like this and I store it in my fridge. It is always fresh. It will keep fresh for as long as I want to use it. And I mean, it doesn't spoil or anything. You can keep it in a cool, dry place. All these things, keep it in a cool, dry place. But if you know that you don't have any cool, dry place, please store it in your fridge like I do, okay? So you know when you go to your store, right, and you buy your canned drinks, many of us just take our drinks and we put it into the fridge. Guys, stop it, because you don't know how it has been stored. All right, all the rats, roaches, all those things that climb all over it. So one thing I like to do when I get my canned drinks from the store or the market, wherever, or even if someone, you know, just gives me canned drinks, I like to take it to my tap with some soap and water. I wash the top of the can very well. Once I'm done, I give it a good rinse, then I pat it dry and store it in my fridge. In that way, anyone who comes and wants to, you know, opens my fridge and wants a drink, person can just open it. It's perfectly safe and clean. So if you've not been doing it, I highly recommend that you start doing it today and save yourself from a lot of disease, infection and things out there, okay? And those are some of the things that I do in my home that just generally encourages convenience, good health, and it helps me to preserve my food ingredients to last me for so long. So I hope you'll try this in your own homes and let me know what you think about this. If there's anything you want to see me do, or you want to see how I do it, or there's a particular recipe you want to see my version of, let me know in the comment section, okay? Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and of course, share it. Till I see you in another recipe video, take care and keep eating good food. Bye.